Did you think we would be back here to live streams? Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Kev Central live stream. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I apologize for these glasses. They're not translucent. They actually glow in the dark. I was going to show you, but the screen messes it up. Hello to everyone that's already here. I saw Willard Buchanan come in super early. Happy to see you here. And John here is here. Thank you for being here. I see a few other viewers in as well. Look, I know you probably looked at that icon and thought, what's going on? And I kind of owe you Kev Central viewers, loyal Kev Central subscribers, kind of a play-by-play of what's happened. Or I'm going to summarize it. I'm going to try to summarize what has happened because I just want to tell you, I've been doing this since I think 2018 as a full-time job. This has been my job, YouTube. Well, actually, I do other stuff sometimes on the side, but this is my big revenue stream. And ad revenue peaked kind of 2020, 2021 into 2022, and then it started nosediving. You add to that I actually make most of my money 5 months out of the year. From March till kind of July the 4th is when I make most of my money. That's my banking money. And then I have to kind of budget throughout the rest of the year. It's just how it is. And I have 7 channels. This isn't my only channel. I have a sister channel to this one, but I actually have 7 channels. Only 2 of them are affiliated. That's this and my Kev Reviews. I'm thinking about maybe bringing one of my others into the fold here, but I manage multiple channels. Unfortunately, the way that I do things, I picked a bunch of stuff that's very seasonal. Everything has the same peaks and has the same falls. So as I've started adding on channels, it got kind of hard, and I'm just going to be honest with you. I kind of burn out. I burned out a bit in 2023. Plus, there weren't many new bikes coming out. We didn't get, even 2022, you didn't get a lot of new bikes. 2023, we didn't really get, I think we got 2 or 3, well, we got the Ozark Trail. We got that, but there just wasn't much. So that with a little burnout, and also every year, January and February, I freak out. I freak out every single year, January and February, thinking, what if the March bump doesn't happen? What if it doesn't happen? But every year it warms up. Every year we all get out on bikes. People start watching videos about bikes and things like that. So long story short of all this, leading into my panic this year, I had a job offer that came up. And I decided to take said job offer that was supposed to be a part-time job. And I didn't practice any of this. I didn't script out very well what I was going to say. But for the past 5 months, I have been doing a job that absorbed almost all of my time. So any content that I have videos filmed, partially edited, I couldn't get to it. It was a part-time job that I was lied into. I was lied into it. And I will say the company, I believe in their product. It's a good product. I don't particularly like their marketing techniques and things like that, but I didn't know it was going to be what it was. What it turned out to be, this all-encompassing 9 a.m. I had to literally be from 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. sitting there waiting if I wasn't stacked with stuff to do. It was a nightmare. I'm not going to go into all of the details about what it was. I just want to say that's why this year was kind of really odd, that I had bikes, and I still have bikes. I still have boxed bikes that I haven't even opened. And then all the ones that I filmed, and I'm going back through trying to find all my footage and get that edited. So that's my explaining about why it's been kind of a little weird here and not the norm. But it's going to get back to the norm. We'll get to that. I just want to, let's see, skip past. Oh, yeah. Another part about the job is I actually lost about $4,000 from what I would have made, because I've gotten pretty good about projecting my budget. And in that 5 months, I lost about $4,000 doing this job because the money that was supposed to be there wasn't there, and so on. So I'm not complaining about that. I'm just letting you know where we're at, and I'm trying to be transparent here. And that's my big mistake, was that I took that job and didn't do what I know and what I'm good at, or at least I think I'm good at. I had fun at it. At the very least, there's that. But I will say that I also led into this year with a very big thing that was going on. I'm going to have to clear my throat here because it still upsets me. I completely put that on pause. I almost cut the cord on that, and now I'm trying to piece that back together. It's a large production, a lot of things involved, so I'm trying to get that back on track. We'll see, fingers crossed. Hopefully that happens, but there were big plans had I have not made the idiot mistake of taking this other job that ended up costing me more money than I made off of it. So there's that. Also, a little housekeeping. This isn't so much a mistake as it, and if you're here for the bike stuff, just hang in there. I'll get to it. I promise you. But my website, I've had the same website design for the past couple of years. I worked on a couple of templates to update it and some pages. I have some trail reward buttons that I was even going to distribute out to people all across the country. And they're going to have a code. I actually have the buttons. Just got to get the codes put on them and find where I put the buttons. I put them somewhere so I wouldn't lose them. I have no idea where that is. I do it all the time. But I have these buttons. I started at Wildwood. There's someone that has number 1. But I'm going to have buttons out that are trail reward buttons that if you do ride Wildwood, can't say my R's tonight for some reason. If you do ride Wildwood, you can find those and go to the Kev Central website and redeem them for a special prize. It'll be a little treat, a little something bikey. It might be a bike light or something. It'll be something bike related, something Kev Central related. So I have that, but also my website. A lot of people contact me through my website. I get a lot of comments just on videos and through Kev Central natively, but I also get I get emails as well, but I get a lot of people that contact me through the chat feature on my website. If you go to my website, the bottom right-hand corner, there's a little icon. You can click on that, contact me directly. It's a way if someone has pictures, they need to show me something, ask questions, I can show them things, reply. YouTube doesn't let you reply with pictures for some reason. I wish they would, at least creators, reply to your audience with pictures. That would be very nice. But I can do that on my website. The problem with my website, this came in with me taking the job that took away my time. Also, my website, that I use Wix. I use Wix.com as my website platform. It's just easy to edit. They have all the features that I need. But Wix has been consistently getting more and more expensive. And this year, they tripled my price. They tripled the price that they wanted to charge me. So I decided I wasn't going to pay that price. And I was just going to redirect my site to YouTube temporarily until I found a better solution. I used to edit websites, but it doesn't work like it used to. Could do that on my Mac and publish them, and now everything's just kind of Squarespace or Wix or Shopify, something like that. But my website, I lost access to the comments section. It still was letting comments come in, but I couldn't get to them. I couldn't respond to them. So if you're one of the hundreds of people that have commented on my website, I promise you I'm catching up. I'm going back. I'm talking to people. They've asked questions that are months old, and I regret that I didn't get to those. But I couldn't get to those for a 2-month interval. I couldn't get to those. But even going back when I was doing that job, February, March, April, a lot of questions people were asking me, and I'm just now getting back to them. Hey, so about that cassette that you asked about, I'm assuming by now, 3 months later, you got it fixed. So there's a lot of that. Just know that now I'm catching back up, and by the end of this month, I should be caught back up on my website. And it turns out, being away from Wix, I was able to get a promotion from Wix because I don't know, I guess because I dropped out of their paid plan, I was able to get a really good rate that was way cheaper than I normally got. And I normally paid for it year to year. Now I've paid up for 3 years now. So I have at least my site, all my messaging, all of that will be working now for 3 more years at least on this platform. So there's that. I'm going to take a quick break here for just a second. I'm going to say hi to some people. I'm trying to make this one fast. I know I hadn't done a live in a while, and I'm going to definitely get back into all this. But I want to say again hi to Willard Buchanan, John here, Jeremy Taylor, howdy to you. And yeah, Willard, yes, it has been a while. Hey, Treacherous, How are you? Some regulars here. Awesome. Harry Grimley. What are you saying, Harry Grimley? Come on, guys. 56 in the chat and 8 likes. Well, I appreciate that. Harry, very nice. And is that Ruel? Ruel Smith? I'm hoping I'm saying that right. Looks cool. And Keo's Adventures, hello to you. My chatters there. We've got quite a few viewers. So let me just pick back up. And I'm going to pick back up with bikes. Now, I have kind of blocking with one shoulder. Do some quick maneuvering here. I have some Mongoose. Always do that. I have some Mongoose bikes here. 2 Mongoose. That's the Mongoose Switchback Comp and the Mongoose Switchback Expert. And I have a video that I filmed inside of Dick's Sporting Goods. I don't think they liked that. I do not think they liked that. I kind of got some looks, especially the guy that was doing he was really nice. But when he figured out, I quit filming him. He was working on bikes. And I quit filming him right as he was turning around. He heard my phone. My phone cut off. But I want to talk about bikes because there are a couple deals right now. And because I have gotten back into this rapidly here, I haven't got my system done. So just want to show you the Switchback Comp is currently $399.98. And thank you so much to all the viewers that submitted this. Actually, I took a peek at some of the newer comments on my website and I saw that. And I've had people in comments in my community posts. They've been kind of peppering it in everywhere. Dick's Sporting Goods, if you like. And I can't remember which one is which. I think that one is the Expert and that one is the Comp. I can't remember which one is which. I reviewed them both. If you need to see what features there are on the bikes, I have reviewed them. But this is a pretty good deal considering what it costs to begin with for the Switchback Comp. There's also the, oh my gosh, I just realized I wrote Comp. So let's just pretend this says Expert. Switchback Expert is $699.99. Now, curiosity about that Expert, when I looked the other day, I could have swore I saw $549.99, and I think I even had the discussion with the guy in Dick's Sporting Goods about that. So it looks like maybe overnight or over the past couple of days that they've jumped that up a little bit. But I believe it's still cheaper than it was when I reviewed it. I know that this one is less, I'm pretty sure, less than when I reviewed it. Now, are they worth it? You know, Dick's Sporting Goods there is a sect of people. There is a group of people that if you say, let's go buy a bike, they only think Walmart. There are people that if you say, let's go buy a bike, they only think their local bike shop. Well, Dick's Sporting Goods kind of has that. There are people that will just natively buy bikes from Dick's Sporting Goods. And Dick's Sporting Goods bikes usually cost a little more, but you kind of get a little bit of a bike shop treatment. They set up the bikes. As a matter of fact, when I was in there, I saw green tags, and I asked the guy, I said, are those sold bikes? And you're waiting on people to buy them? Because if you go into their website and you buy for in-store pickup, or you buy in store, they'll tell you to come back a little later, 1 or 2 days later, and pick up your bike, because they actually go through it. He said, no, those are bikes that we've unboxed and set up. So they go ahead and they get them configured, they put them on the rack. But then when you buy them, they check it all again. So a little bit of bike shopness going on there with Dick's Sporting Goods, so that gets a premium price. They also have Schwinn Signature bikes. I don't know if you know of Schwinn Signature. Schwinn Signature bikes are not the same as a regular big box Schwinn bike. They're the upper level, kind of that bike shop level. Schwinn used to be a bike shop brand. I think the Signature line is still sold in some bike shops. I know it's definitely sold in Dick's Sporting Goods. Also looked and they had some Nishiki bikes. What was the name? Colorado. The Nishiki Colorado. They still kind of have that cool little blocky undergraphic. But I didn't see the Comp like I had with the big tires. And yeah, that bike. That bike was nice. That bike was really nice. But I wanted to talk about those deals. Also want to briefly mention, people have asked me what I think about these Mongoose bikes versus the Schwinn Axum bikes, or versus the Ozark Trail. That's just my frame there for the Ozark Trail. I donated one. If you are, what's the name? Hammer? The Huntsville Mountain Bike Club's name is Hammer. I donated a bike to them to give away, and it was one of the Ozark Trails. But people have asked me, which would you get? Well, obviously, what I would get, I never tell anyone what they should buy. I just tell you how the bikes are, my opinions of them. I will say, I do kind of wonder if that price decrease. I don't think it's a 4th of July sale, because I know I've had comments from 2 weeks ago that people were saying they were seeing it cheaper, possibly further back than that. Talking again about these Mongoose bikes. These Mongoose bikes to drop that much that quick with the sale pricing makes me wonder if the Ozark Trail bike, I mean, $398 for the Ozark Trail bike. Wow. And since we're talking Ozark Trail, it's a good segue into the Ozark Trail. You notice I skipped past, should you buy one or shouldn't you? I don't tell you that. I just give you the features again. But I want to tell you, I think that the Ozark Trail Ridge 29 has really thrown down the gauntlet as far as big box bikes, what they can be and what other bikes have to compete with. And that bike has been updated. I have been trying desperately to get my hands on one of the updated versions. They're calling it the M.2 Ridge. It's an updated bike. I did have a viewer, and I apologize. I'm going to jump really quick onto, let's see if I can do this without, did he put his name? It's Paul. So whoever you are, Paul, whoever your YouTube name is, thank you so much. But Paul shared a picture of the barcode, and he shared a picture of, well, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's got this blocky writing that says M.2 Ridge right on the top tube in the most Walmart of ways. That big blocky text. When I saw that, I thought, why would you put it there and put it so prominent? But then I thought, that looks like something that Walmart would do if they designed a bike. So that's the new bike. And it, from what I understand, I think in here, did I print off? I thought I printed off. I know micro shift. It has a clutched micro shift derailleur, so that got updated. It has external cable routing, and when I looked at that picture, I thought I still saw some internal, so I think it might be kind of like the Axum, where it's part internal, part external. Specifically, I'm suspecting that the external is for the rear brake, and I've heard some other bike shop brands are starting to do that. So that trend, I kind of like it, easier upgrades. But there is, so deals. We've got the micro shift. We've got the Mongoose Switchback, Expert Switchback Comp, currently on sale at Dick's Sporting Goods. You have the new Axums, and I was browsing around on the Walmart website the other day, and I was pretty sure that I saw that those new Axums are a little cheaper. Now the Ozark Trail is still the same price, $398, and as far as I know, that M.2 is the same price. But when I get one of those, I'll show it to you. And again, I've been trying diligently. I have one contact at Walmart. I reached out to them. I was even hoping they could point me to a store that had them, but they're just kind of filtering in. So get one when I get one, whenever they're available in my local store. And I was at one of our local Walmarts. I went to one of them. We have two in my city. And I went to the one that's closest to me 2 days ago, and I checked. And I got up early this morning, and I was at the one that's on the other side of town that sometimes gets bikes a little faster. And I'm still the old one, which is still a good bike. That is still a good bike. But I just wanted to tell you, and I'm sorry I haven't made a video on it just yet, that new upgraded Ridge, Ozark Trail Ridge 29. I'm trying. As soon as I can get my hands on one, I'm going to show you, because I mean, think about that. A clutched micro shift. And throw some hydraulic brakes on that and call it a day. And some pedals. Better pedals, hydraulic brakes, and call it a day, possibly, if they pick the right one. If they pick the right setup. We'll find out. So that's that. Another quick glance here. I'm going to, again, try to work through this fast. Wow, already 22 minutes. Let's see. We were at, where were we? Well, Rule. Okay, it's pronounced Rule Smith. Did you guys hear that? Someone's shooting off fireworks very, very close to me. Man, too bad my cable can't reach. I would go show you. So I've got Mark Dennis, hello, and I'll go back and I'll look at everyone's comments here. I see Mongoose. Stuart Kelly, well, I'm glad you love the channel. Thank you for being here. I love that you're here. Thank you so much. And cheers for Neb. I don't know what that is, but thank you. Did maybe Kev? No. Let's see. Mongoose, and Ruel Swith. Oh, there we go. My little mouse wasn't working. The Axum comp is a good deal at that. You know that those new Axum comps. The one, I forget the one. Is it the comp? I forget how they did their line. The comp and the whatever. The one that's got the dropper post. I was looking at that. You know, that's really not a bad bike. And that frame is really growing on me. So some potential there. I think I'm going to compare it. You know, I have my Project Axum DP that I built that I really like. I think I'm going to compare the two and kind of shake down because you can still get those old Axum DPs and they're a little cheaper. That's still a really good bike. If you're, in my opinion, if you're shopping for a bike, Schwinn Axum comp is $4.49 at Walmart right now. Let's see, we got cool channel. Your voice is super distinct. Yeah, that's who's that? GDM 1787. Yeah, it's distinct in the most grating of ways. I don't know. Can't change it. It's just the way it is. It came with the face. Let's see, it's Outdoor Med. How come you don't do any more bike reviews and side-by-side comparisons? If, when I'm done, you can go back and watch the first few minutes of this and I kind of explain that. That was my mistake. I took a job that took me away from all this for a while. Plus, I had a little bit of burnout. Kind of led into the job, but I'll kind of recap on that in just a moment. And then watch the video and replay. He explains it. Thank you, Treacherous. And Keo, hello to you. Were you here earlier? If you weren't, hello again. The Axum Sport is 141 rear. I believe so. I'll be digging back into all of those bikes. Probably not these, though. Probably not these. I have do my shoulder thing here. I thought about upgrading those, putting some base upgrades on them. You know, some disc brakes, some hydraulic brakes, a better fork, and kind of seeing where they would go from there. But I already know how they're going to go, and they're very, very similar to the Axums, the new Axums. So I think I might donate those because everything, if you don't know, everything that I review, unless I'm financially involved in it, I donate that to the local trail nonprofit. Sometimes I just donate to people in need that need transportation, but usually it's the trail nonprofit. And I'm thinking those, since they're still in new condition, I'm thinking, see, I still have the tags. I left the tags. You can kind of see. I give up on the backwards thing, but you can see on the back wheel there, I still have the little tags, little hang tag on the quick release. I don't think I am. Comment if you would like to see me maybe upgrade these. I don't know. I do have behind my big melon here. Very nice fork. And that's planned for something else. But I was kind of starting to think maybe I ought to put that on the Ozark Trail. I don't know. We'll see. That was probably really loud. Sorry about that. Really, really loud. Okay. Let's see. Two more comments here. Live stream time. Yeah, Aaron. Hello, Aaron behind bars. Alvin Ledbetter. I think you mean the Comp X. Yes, Comp X. Thank you so much. That's the Axum Comp X. That's the one with the dropper post. A far better name than their previous dropper post model. Hey, thiosemi-carbazide benzoyl alcohol. How are you, my friend? Hadn't seen you in a live stream in a while. Thio is probably one of the oldest, I don't say oldest age-wise, I say oldest viewers of this channel. I don't know, some of your others. There's Harry Grimley's been around for quite a while. Aaron behind bars, Treacherous, Keo. A lot of you guys have been around quite a while, but Thio was there pretty close to the very beginning when I really started doing bikes on this channel. So let's see what Thio says. E-bikes from you-know-where taking over every major city in the U.S. Are you trying to say AliExpress and it won't let you comment? I've had people ask me, are you blocking or removing my comments? Apparently, YouTube won't let you type in AliExpress anymore. Go figure. Yeah, well, e-bikes in general are starting to take over. if I stood up, I've got a little bit of heft here because I've been riding that mountain bike, my Project E, which I just added a really good chain guide to, and man, makes such a difference. Upgrade a derailleur, upgrade a group set without having to upgrade, just by that chain guide. And e-bikes, e-mountain bikes, when I first started riding them out at the trail, I was riding, I'm sure there were a couple other people, but people would look down on them. Now, even people that used to kind of give flack are slowly starting. Every now and then, I see new people show up that it's like, wait a minute, I thought you didn't like e-bikes or e-mountain bikes. Yet here you are on the trail with one. Because once you've ridden one, super, super fun. I rode, I think we did almost 7 miles earlier today, and it was like 90 something degrees with a billion%. Actually, the humidity wasn't super, super high today, but it's still hot. It's July in Alabama. It's me, another guy on an e-mountain bike, and 2 guys on regular mountain bikes. Wow. They hung right with us the whole time. I mean, amazing. Amazing fun, but getting more people out. I really like bikes. And yeah, wherever you source them, and whatever. Wherever you get a bike, whatever you can get, enjoy it and have fun with it. I don't care where it comes from. Wow, YouTube just slammed a commercial in. I've heard someone else say that live streams now have commercials. Sorry, it's YouTube. I have to add, that's the only way I can get monetization on the video, and it'll let it do ads, but usually before and after, so I don't know. You almost missed it, Test Bug. Oh, and Dave Gravitt, by the way, hello to you. Okay, so let me get to a couple of more topics here that I had, and then I'm going to try to wrap this up early. I was hoping 30 minutes. I'm going to overshoot that by a bit, but at least it's not going to be my hour and a half one. And I promise you, promise, I'm going to get back to this. We're going to start doing more regular live streams. So actually, that'll be my final thing here. So let's see. I've got the Ridge 29. I talked about that update. Oh, riding. Yes. Now, unfortunately, I can't even get it to load. Let's see. Yeah, there's this. I did this poll, and unfortunately, I can't. Can I drag it over? No. Oh, wait. So I can shrink it. Okay, hold on. Figuring this out as I go here. There we go. Hey, look at that. Technology. I'm on a Windows computer, and sadly, I made my living for years and years and years with Windows, but I've been out of it for so long and doing a Mac that, man, gets so confused out here. But I did this poll. Hot and humid, how does that affect your riding? And I figured a lot of people would say e-bike. Well, actually, I wondered. The third thing, the one that had the most, was the one that I really kind of figured. But I thought more people would be out on e-bikes. But it looks like we got a lot of people that like to hang in there and sweat more. But also, I avoid when it's crazy hot. I avoid riding when it's crazy hot. And then, of course, the scooter or motorcycle time. 4% of us, either you have them or you don't. If you do have, get this out of the way. If you do have a scooter or motorcycle, it's really fun to get out on those when it gets super, super hot. Still get your two-wheel fix. But with the e-mountain bike, I'm able to get out on the trail. But I wasn't super shocked. I just didn't know that it was going to be that many people or that large of a percent. 46% said that they just don't ride when it gets hot. Although that makes sense. And the reason that makes sense is because I know viewing right after July the 4th, fishing, hiking, things like that, all die off at the same time, along with e-bikes, with cycling. When it gets hot, people just don't want to be out, be hot and sticky and sweaty. I mean, there are those of us that do, but there are those, and I'm not a big heat person, but with an e-bike, it's tolerable. But I didn't know that I was going to get people that were going to be honest with themselves. I guess I'll say that. And go, yeah, I'm not going to get out when it gets super hot. Yeah, such an honest audience that we have here. And I really do appreciate that. Everyone that commented. So just let me pop that back up again. Can I do it? Should work with a button. But yeah, look at that. Out of 978 votes, 46% just avoid when it gets crazy hot. And, if you're not out every day, I'm lucky. I can get out every day. But if you're not out every day on a bike, I mean, it's really hard to go from an air-conditioned office out into the heat and then start pedaling, even if it's an e-bike. But it looks like still 37% of viewers or poll respondents said they ride no matter what. And I tell you, those two guys today, I mean, hot, pedaling up just fine, drinking about as much water as I was drinking. Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing at a point, but I think one of them will probably be an e-mountain bike before long. So, all of that said, let me just remind you, this is a shameless self-plug before I get to my final thing. I do have, as I mentioned, I have 7 channels, but I only have 2 that are affiliated with each other. Kev Central and my other channel, Kev Reviews. Now, as soon as this video stream is over, this live stream is over, I will go down into the description section and I'll add in a link to my Kev Reviews channel. I've started making more videos on it. It's a very small, little niche channel, but it seems that there's a group of my viewers at Kev Central that we share similar interests. And I think, I watch people. I watch other channels, and there's some people that you could just tell, we have a lot in common. Even though you don't know what all that they do, you just naturally know that if you were around them, you'd be friends. I think there's a lot of that with Kev Central viewers and with myself. We have some mutual interests, so head over to my Kev Reviews channel and give that a look. I have one thing that I figured would get a lot more views, the little Zevo UV light. Yeah, I have a whole thing on that, and that's going to be a continued series. But I'm also considering, because I have 7 channels, there's a few that I do not want in any way, shape, or form associated with Kev Central, so I try to guard that they don't overlap or anything like that. But I'm thinking about, there's a couple of others, but one is specific that I think I could probably bridge over, and probably some of you viewers might enjoy it. So we'll see there. And that's my disclosure on another channel. And okay, final thing here, and then I'll give a quick look at comments and we'll wrap this up. It's gonna be less than an hour, so at least I got that. So as I started out this, so just to recap for the people that just joined in, I started this talking about why it hasn't been what it normally is. Why Kev Central seems like I was kind of coasting a bit, and that's because I took another job. I took a job that was supposed to be part-time. It ended up to be life-controlling nightmare that I finally got out of thanks to a contract that I was able to finally get out. But this is now done. And if there's anything that happened with that job that that was a positive out of this, it is that while I was doing it, I was thinking, why did I quit doing what I was doing to do this? Because I was really happy with that. Even though, after a few years, you kind of get in a little burnout rut, but that comes and goes. Now I'm very much refocused. I'm very much back at this, and I'm catching up. I have 3 boxed e-bikes. I believe I have another bike that's a standard bike that's boxed that I have to get to. And I have companies now contacting me that I had just shoved off and said, I'm not taking any new bikes to review. Now I'm contacting all those guys. Well, they're contacting me. I'm like, yeah, I'll take that bike. I'll review it, get it back to you, or get it donated, and we'll go. So this is my vow to you that no more distractions, no more side jobs or anything like that. It's getting back to core Kev Central. That means upgrade videos. That means how-to videos. That means just the random behind-the-scenes stuff that you come across on a bike. Those sometimes aren't huge views, but it seems like the core of the audience, and if you're here on a live stream, your core of the audience, that you'll tune into that and you'll get something from it. Because that's what I hope. I make videos, and I can hear even more fireworks. I make videos, by the way, just FYI, a little sidetrack here. Trying not to get too sidetracked. I've done pretty good up to this point, but it will tell you, fireworks wise, normally my neighborhood, it starts the week before the 4th, and it's like this ramp up, and it just goes crazy the 4th, even the 5th, especially if it's on a weekend, and then it usually goes for another week. It's a slow downturn. There wasn't much before, and there was only about I want to say maybe a 25% of what usually I hear around the neighborhood getting shot off. Only about 25%, probably because everything's so expensive. Probably would be my guess. But anyway, back to what I was saying. No more distractions. Kind of funny. I just distracted myself. But I'm back at Kev Central. Kev Central is going to get back to what Kev Central has always been. And that's bike reviews, bike modifications, budget modifications. Because, I really like the budget. Of course, now e-bikes, because I do like e-bikes. And the scooter stuff peppered in because it's my other two-wheel transportation. Oh, by the way, if you're a fan of the Rough House, I have a mug somewhere over here. A little Rough House mug that would have been really cool to hold up. But the Rough House is no more. I have passed that along, and I'm solely Rattler right now. My Rattler 200i. So just want to say, full on Kev Central. Got the website going again. It's back so I can get to those comments. I'm filtering through those. If you sent me anything to my website, I will get you a response. And by the end of this month, I'll be fully caught up and everything will be good there. And then, yeah, I already mentioned that the big thing fizzled out. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I worked hard to build Kev Central into what it is. And I'm ready to rebuild. They're just double. I'm hoping to double what it is now and really go back at it and really have some fun. But also, I'm paying more attention to my Kev Reviews channel too. I'm trying to do back-to-back videos. A video here one day, a video there the next day, or sometimes 2 videos in a day on both channels. So be sure you subscribe to that if you're interested in something like that. So let me give another look here at comments. If anybody has any questions, now's the time, because I think I'm going to wrap it up within the next 5 minutes unless we have some great questions here that take time. I think plural for Mongoose would be Mongoose bicycles. That's very good, Richard Van Meter. Is that Meter or Metier? Don't know. And let's see, test bugs. Make sure I give everyone a quick shout out here. Alvin Ledbetter. Great to see you doing reviews and projects regularly again. Yes, it will. It's so sad. Well, I can't tell. It's kind of behind everything. But I have boxed forks that I bought with the intention, getting into certain bikes and getting them on. Never even opened them up. I think they're up in the loft right now. And it's so bad, I had to clear out space in here because I had so much. As a matter of fact, yeah, is that shoulder? Yeah. There's a Kirby box. There's another Kirby box down there. Because I was doing everything out here and it was so piled up because very hectic. But now I was leading into that to tell you when I was looking for the chain. I have at least 3 chain guides. 3 very nice chain guides somewhere. So when I was looking for one for my e-mountain bike, Project E, I couldn't find one. I took everything apart in here, went through every tub. I looked into what I can get to in the loft and couldn't find anything there in my basement. So I ended up having to buy one. And the one I bought, I think it's pretty cool. It says NIN, so if you're a 9 Inch Nails fan, maybe that'll work. See, if you build it, they will come. That's pretty funny. Let's see, Dave Gravitt. Hey, Kev, GT actually have awesome, great customer service and warranty. I broke my GT Verb Salvo frame, and they sent me a box, 2024 Zescar F. Wow. Can't beat that. I've heard things. I've been hearing things about GT. I'm going to wait. But I've been hearing things. I'll just say GT might be becoming more like they used to be. Is what I'm hearing. The vibe of what I'm hearing. Won't go into any more detail than that. So maybe so. Maybe that's why their customer service is so good. Test bug, if you build it, they will come. I love that. Oh, you're lucky. Here in Utah, we have Pioneer Day for the 24th. More fireworks. Yeah, Pioneer Day. Yeah. I'm a big BYU fan. Big BYU Cougar football fan. So, yeah, that would have been the hat. Oh, by the way, this is came off the mountain bike trail, took a shower, and then decided I was going to go get gas for my scooter. And this was the result. So, yeah. But, yeah, I love Utah. I would have brought my BYU hat. I thought about it, but then I got out here and I was like, I don't have my hat. Let's see, Harry Grimley, Stuart Kelly, okay, conversation there. And Rule Smith, got it right that time, Rule. I love that you focus on affordable bikes and upgrades. Keep at that. It's so interesting to learn about bikes and upgrades that are affordable and I may have never considered or even heard of. You know, the funny thing is that started out more necessity than it was choice. I mean, you work with what you got, right? But it's also pretty funny. I was out the mountain bike trail. I made a community post earlier today, and that should have been you guys. I don't know if you've noticed. The past week or so, I've been doing more and more here on Kev Central because I'm back at it. But I was out at the mountain bike trail today, and two Ozark Trails showed up. Two Ozark Trails. And it was pretty funny because one of the guys was talking about upgrading. Yeah, I've upgraded this and blah, blah, blah. And I never said anything, but I was sitting there thinking, I wonder if he's watched one of my videos and doesn't know that he's standing here talking to the guy that knows, because he was explaining things to me like I didn't know anything about the bike. And I thought it was pretty funny. So I was thinking, well, yeah, I know a little bit about that bike, just a little bit. But it's good to see the Ozark Trails. Every time I go to the trail now, it seems like I'm seeing people on Ozark Trail bikes. Walmart, they're on to something. I mean, they can really shut down a lot of brands if they wanted to, because that's so good at $398 and getting better with that M.2 upgrade, which hopefully I can get my paws on soon. Oh, if you go to a local Walmart, I'm in Northwest Alabama. If you are anywhere within an hour or so bubble and you go to your local Walmart and you see, I won't pick up my phone. I won't pick that up and show you, but if you see an Ozark Trail bike with on the top tube M.2 Ridge, if you see that, let me know. Comment to me, comment everywhere. Comment everywhere. Everywhere you can. That you can get in touch with me, because I'll go and I'll drive to get that bike so that I can have one of the new ones and take a look at it. But thank you so much, Rule. And Paul Miller. Hey, Paul Miller. I got New York commuter, NY commuter, loving. Okay, I got my commuter. I'm assuming you mean the Concord commuter. And I picked up the commuter. First I was like, NY commuter, what brand is that? But the spelling there. You love it so far. Those are really good bikes, right? The only mission, what were they thinking with no brake cutoff switch? Don't know with that. The only downside to that bike, but wow, what a deal on those. I mean, Ozark Trail, Concord. Oh, I got something to say about Concord. A little secret. I was going back through footage that I found. I'm going to make a different video, but I'm going to make a dedicated video. Probably going to tick Walmart off. I hope not. I really respect everything that they're doing with bikes, but I knew I had heard of the Concord brand before, and it wasn't Concord the plane, but I found something. So I'll show you my old footage and we'll talk about it. Let's see, get back up here, get these comments, and then we can wrap this up. Wow, lots of comments. I appreciate everyone tuning in here. You know, usually holiday weekends, you don't get a crazy amount of views on holiday weekends, especially on live stream. But let's see. So that was Paul Miller, and then Dave Gravitt, Puff Puff Pass. Not sure what we're talking about there. I'm sure something I said, but great to see you, Kevin. Thank you so much. So great to be here. And then Dave, Puff Puff Pass. Maybe was it about the e-bikes? Probably about e-bikes. Tatsuo? I'm probably just mangling a name. I am from Alabama. So let's see. I sent you 2 pictures of the new. Okay. I think I might have said your name, and probably on my busted screen phone now is those 2 pictures. If you send them via email, thank you so much. I just showed them. I had to hold my phone up and show them, but I just showed them here. And where was that you found those? Because if it's within about an hour or so, I'll go drive and pick me up one. Oh, wait. I know where it was. You told me where it was in your email, and I can't drive there. So, but thank you so much for the pictures, and thank you for being part of the channel and for helping out. J. Laurent Lavoie. Let's see. Do you know where I can find motorcycle tough tires for my e-bike? No. I don't know. Motorcycle tough tires. I don't know. Just buy a brand name like Maxxis, maybe? Maybe that, because my scooter had Maxxis tires. Maybe that. Wish I could help you there. Aldous Yoga. Can't even. AY. Hello, AY. Thank you for being here. I apologize. Can't pronounce your name there. I'm wondering how to make a half man, half monkey type creature. Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, Trail Ridge M.2. Yep, that's the bike. And Willard Buchanan, let's see. Oh, this jumped quick. Trail Ridge, let's see. Is that a fork behind you? Yes, it is. Willard Buchanan behind my head. That's a very nice fork that you will see in an upgrade soon. Hey, Kev Central stickers in Thailand now on all my bikes. Thank you, Maui Howie. Thank you so much. So, were you the one that I sent a pack of them to? It's been so long. Can't remember who I sent a packet of stickers to, but thank you so much. And then Harry Grimley, all this thing, okay. South American subscriber. Hey, well, thank you, Pavel Vasquez. Pavel. Thank you so much. South American. What country in South America are you from? I appreciate you being here. I really do. Stay tuned because there's about to be a lot of videos, bunch of small videos, and then some of the review videos because I got to get those e-bike ones out of the way. Rob Roberts, thank you for helping me come out since watching your content. Okay. Coming out, yeah. Well, good for you. Thanks for being here. I'm not sure. Is that big box biking or what? Well, let's see. Harry Grimley, Pavel, you're no. Okay. Oh, wait. Is that the Venezuelan flag? Is that the Venezuelan flag? I don't know. Find out. I maybe so. Comment, please let me know. And let's see what we got here. Mark Dunwitty. Dunwitty, yeah. Dunwitty, I traded for an old school Specialized Bizarre 2001. What do you know about them? I don't know anything about the 2000 era Specialized bikes, except that I got my first, quote, real mountain bike close to that time. And a buddy of mine, he got one. We both bought Trek. Bought bottom end Treks and thought they were just the most expensive things in the world. And he was all Specialized, all about, I've got to get a Specialized. I want Specialized. So I've always liked that brand just because he drilled it into my head, how good Specialized was. System MX, let's see. Are Gravity bikes any good? Gravity bikes are budget bikes. So good is relative. If they work for you, then yes. If you're asking if any of the Gravity bikes that I'm aware of are on the caliber of a more expensive bike, no. No, they're not. If I'm thinking properly about the Gravity brand, right? It's a big box brand. I have to look that up, but if I'm thinking, let's see, Test Bug, yeah, backstory. Have you taken a look at the Poseidon bikes before? They were around $700. And by the way, this is Deuce. They were around $700 with proper through axles and Advent X drivetrains. Cheers. Well, thank you for the comment. I have looked on the web at their bikes. I haven't. Okay, so I'm a budget bike guy, right? I'm a budget bike guy. I am really stingy with my money, and I'll buy a $400 bike. I'll buy a $400 bike and try it out and, just hope for the best. When you get to that $700 and more price range, I mean, that's bike shop money for me. And that's where I have kind of a mental stop unless there's something about it that I just want. And when I see, I'm sure the bike is good. I'm sure the one you're talking about with a through axle and an Advent X drivetrain is really good. And that's a good price for what that is. But when I already have bikes with all of that, then it's really hard for me to invest something that, if it's a big box bike and it's $400, I'll get it, I'll try it out. So that's my response there anyway. Dave Gravitt, Marin is basically pulled out of the not-for-profit bike shops. The local bike kitchen here was told they didn't sell enough bikes for them and pulled out. Well, that doesn't sound very kind. That does not sound very kind, but they are a business. So I don't know, but I don't like the sound of that. Thank you for commenting with that. So we've got system again. Is it the same as a Schwinn or are they poor quality? Okay, now you're talking about that Gravity. If it's a Gravity I'm thinking of, I would rate Schwinn above them. At least when you get to the Axums and bikes like that. See, Frank Hayes, well, pretty much any Schwinn right now. And you know, there's still comps floating around. Isn't that funny? They haven't updated that one. I really appreciate that you have expanded your videos to include gravel bikes. Ah, man, I really want to get into gravel bikes, but I'm just not a drop bar guy. I've even dabbled with being, I guess, a center and putting standard bars on the Ozark Trail gravel bike, that G.1. But I'm trying. I'm trying. I will say the last time I rode, I filmed it. I made a video about it at least. And the last time I rode, I was on more roads than I was on gravel, and it was a lot more fun. Kind of settling in a little bit more with gravel. But I'm trying. But it's hard. It's not as fun as mountain bike, at least for me. I'll tell you that. So let's see. Where were we at? Okay, we're talking about Marin. And okay, there's the Marin and the gravel bikes. And then Huck Korinsky. I'm new to your channel and really dig watching your videos. Really interesting stuff. Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. Keep watching because there's a lot more new stuff coming. Dave Gravitt. GT, I don't know. All the GTs that Sports Check Sporting Goods aren't selling. GT's a good brand. They're a good brand. I think they're about to get better. Harry Grimley, talking to Dave Gravitt. And then Maui, Hawaii. Yes. So, Tetsuo, I'm hoping I'm saying your name properly. You are the one that definitely sent me the email. So, and I think I said your first name earlier, but since you got a screen name there, I don't want to repeat it. Richard Van Metier or Meter. Are you saying that there's a new Ozark Trail Ridge M.2 or Ozark Trail M.2? Yeah, they're already in stores. They're in some stores. So I don't know why I couldn't be able to talk about them since they're in stores. I'm just waiting on them to filter into my local stores. They have, as far as I understand, a micro shift clutched derailleur and partial, at least, external cable routing. And then test bug, tennis maybe? I don't know, is that part of a previous conversation? Let's see, just glancing here because I'm getting close to, already getting up to an hour. Getting there close. So I'm going to wrap this up. So let me get these comments in here. Dave Gravitt, one complaint is the tires are very soft rubber. They wear out fast. So, talking with Harry. Okay. Or, excuse me, Harry's talking to Dave. And Aldous, let's see, can't believe it. No Camara. And maybe next time. Okay. I don't know what we're talking about there. Let's see. Willard Buchanan. Got a bike. It's getting to me. It's GT. It's blue and white mountain bike and really needs some repairs. So there's your previous conversation. I don't know why I keep reading it. Okay. And then Huck rides a Huffy BMX freestyle bike. I'm the national champion for USA BMX Amateur Series. I'm 9 years old. And I live in Ohio. Wow. That is impressive. I'd love to see your bike. If you want to head to my website, be happy to send me a picture of your bike. I like that. Never been well, when I was a kid, I had BMX bikes, but didn't ride them the way you ride them. So, wow. And being a national champion at the age of 9, yeah, you're well beyond anything I've ever accomplished. So, congratulations. That's awesome. Old subscriber, by the way. This is Pavel Vasquez. Bolivia. The Bolivian flag. Okay. Bolivia. Also, Schwinn cutback. Oh, no. That cutback. I still have my cutback. I still have it. I even have wheels they sent me because I complained about one being out of tree. They sent me a whole new wheel set that was different. I need to put them on. They're not as fancy looking, but I need to put them on and get that cutback. Thinking about Huck. Need to get that cutback back on the road. Maybe I should give that away to somebody that needs a bike. Let's see, congratulations on the championship. Yeah, support our own here. You own 2 Poseidon bikes. It's Jeremy Taylor. You love both of them. I'm sure they're great bikes. I've heard nothing but good. Nothing but good. Test bug, I'll admit. It was your review of the Kent Trouvel that gave me a new life. I'm forever grateful. Well, thank you. That Trouvel, pretty good bike. Still to this day, tough competition with the Ozark Trail now. I'm sure if the Ozark Trail Ridge 29 didn't exist, I think the Trouvel would still be the go-to bike. Let's see. Smash thumbs up. Thank you, Harry. Shame I'm doing a flat bar conversion. Talking about that gravel bike. Thank you. And yeah, I got some, I guess, winning flags. Hey, Simrig, how are you? Nice to see you here. You might want to, when this is over, I'm about to wrap it up, go back and watch the beginning. Important stuff and some tips about what's to come, because man, I'm getting back at this. Much easier transition between gravel and mountain. You know, people that take gravel bikes out on the mountain bike trails, that's a whole different breed. A whole different breed there. Let's see, that's Huck. Yep, everybody congratulating Huck. You know, we've got a national champion here in our midst. Huck is a nine-year-old BMX freestyle champion, he says. So, yeah, pretty impressive. I'm impressed. Then Sinister XCI. Oh, hey, I have a V2 of the Rid. So you have the M.2. Also has JAK brakes, yellow Kenda tires, so the gumwall tires, slightly different handlebars, crosshair graphic on the center of it. Now, is that stuff you've added, or is that the way it came? Sinister, I would like to know. Thank you. Simrig BMX also with his kids. Jim Ramos. Does the Mongoose Tayax Expert, is the Mongoose Tayax Expert good? You know that Tayax Expert, see those a lot on Amazon. Is that where you're seeing that? And also the Walmart, but not from Walmart. It's Walmart Marketplace. I believe that I'm seeing those. Yeah, it looks like a decent bike. I think a little expensive for what it is right now. At least if I'm remembering the specs properly. But still a good bike, yeah. Mongoose makes some... Those are kind of the not made for big box bikes that just might happen to be sold in Amazon-y/big box type places. Yeah, they're kind of that next tier, like that Salvo I had. Kind of the next tier Mongoose. Donated all the components and tires. Okay, there's a conversation. Are Ozark graphics removable? No, they are painted on, which I actually like. I prefer painted on graphics. But they're not removable. I mean, maybe if you were good enough, you could, but they're not peel offable, if that's what you're asking. Not an easy sticker to peel off. Now, I don't know about that M.2. We'll see. You plan on doing another bike show, sending pictures into you, have their bike? Yeah, you know, Willard Buchanan's asking. I used to do this thing called a bike show, and I would let people send their pictures of their bike in, and I kind of make a montage about it, even comment on some of them, and make a fun video out of it. The reason that I quit doing that is because people started sending me pictures of bikes that I knew weren't theirs. And I would try to filter through the ones that I had seen in other places. So I think a lot of people just started scouring the internet and going, that bike looks cool. I'm going to send it and say it's mine and see if I can get credit on Kev Central for doing this bike. That's why I haven't done any more of those. So yeah, I'd like to, but maybe if I can get a way to verify that it's actually somebody's bike. I just don't want to have someone get credit for someone else's work, because as a content creator, I know all about that. So yeah, I don't want that to happen. Let's see, are you planning? Let's see, I just followed you on Instagram. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I don't post that often to Instagram, but maybe I should get back at that on Instagram. Kev, tried reviewing the RSD frames, maybe. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm going to write it down here so I don't forget it. And I'll look it up as soon as this live stream is done, and we'll see. Maybe. Let's see, they have a sale right now. I'm in Cleveland with my mom and dad. Well, tell your mom and dad hi. Thank you for tuning in. So in Cleveland, and didn't you say, yeah, you're Ohio. And Dave Gravett, Salvo, Verb Sport 2. Yeah, I love the old Salvo. And Cincinnati. So Rule Smith, not far away. Okay, so getting to the bottom here. John Lawrence updated the G.1 Explorer seat post to a carbon fiber Amazon special. And I had and feels like I made a surprising improvement in comfort. You like it, and it made a surprising improvement in comfort. Well, that's awesome. I'll write that down too. Carbon fiber seat post. Can you go to my website and go down in the bottom right hand corner, click on the chat, and submit the model, maybe even the link for Amazon for G.1? Because I'm looking for upgrades. I'm looking for, man, people suggest a lot of stuff. So I got a lot to parse through for that bike. So I'm going to end here with Dave Gravitt, rubber side down Canadian bikes. I'm ending on something that I don't know what that means. Rubber side down. Okay, now Canadian bikes, is that like Canadian Tire bikes? I don't know. So, all right, let me end on something that I know what I'm talking about here. William Buchanan, I think he's talking to someone else because I have built a mullet bike. Thanks for a stream, Kev. Great conversation. And chat, yeah, thank you. I'm going to end here. I really appreciate it. Hey, I could be like Lee Corso. 2 key factors. Not so fast, my friend. So almost college football season. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're late here, you can go back and watch the beginning of this. Very important information. In a nutshell, I'm back, baby. I'm back, and Kev Central is about to get back to its core, and there's about to be a lot of content. I think I've already reviewed most of the main bikes that have already came out this year. Might revisit some of them, and we'll see what goes on. Comment with what you think about these Mongoose bikes. I'm thinking about just donating them. Rather than upgrade those, since I have those new Axums that are very similar. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate everybody being here and being part of Kev Central. So let's take it to the next and see what's going to happen next. Take it to the next. That doesn't even make sense. So let's see what happens next. Thank you so much. And now I have to remember how to end this screen. Oh gosh, it's getting late. How to end